Hail and welcome to my vlog. My name is Erin and today we're going to talk about the difference between romances, love stories, and erotica. There can be a lot of confusion around this topic, especially when things start to overlap, but fear not, I'm here to lead you through these murky waters. Number 1. What is a romance novel? A romance novel consists of two main ingredients. Number 1, that the central plot is focused on the romance, and number 2, that the ending is emotionally satisfying. The HEA, or happily ever after, or the HFN, the happy for now, are requirements of the romance genre. If you get to the end of a love story and one or both leads dies, or they don't end up together, then I'm sorry to say, but you have not been reading a romance novel. Part of what makes the romance novel so special is the resulting happiness for the characters, and readers have come to expect that. You don't have to worry about the leads being axed or any other kind of horrible heartbreak happening at the end of the story. Examples of romance novels abound. Check out books by Nora Roberts, Tessa Dare, Courtney Milan, Beverly Jenkins, Alicia Rye. The options are endless. Number 2, what is a romantic subplot? A romantic subplot is when you have a romance plot in the story, but it is not the main focus. Say your main character's goal is to save the world and they happen to find love along the way. That is your romantic subplot alongside the main plot, but it cannot actually qualify as a romance novel. An example would be The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, in which Katniss has her romantic subplot with Gale and Peeta, but it is far from being the central plot of the story. Number 3, can a romance plot and another plot be equal? Absolutely! There are books out there that are multi-genre where the romantic plot is equal in hierarchy to whatever other plot you got going on. I can only think of one book off the top of my head that has done this properly, and that is The Savior's Champion by Jenna Moreci. In that story, you have Tobias fighting for his life in the Sovereign's Tournament, while at the same time, the extremely plot-important romance with Layla is happening. Number 4, what is a love story? A love story has a central focus on a romantic pairing, but it is not emotionally satisfying at the end. The love story is where you will find authors like Nicholas Sparks who go heavy on the romance and then kill off one or both leads. A lot of times these tend to be shelved with romance because I think booksellers just don't really know what to do with them otherwise. Do not believe the lies that Nicholas Sparks tells you on his website about what a love story must be. He says, and I quote, "Love stories must use universal characters and settings. Romance novels are not bound by this requirement, and characters can be rich, famous, or people who lived centuries ago, and the settings can be exotic." I assure you that love stories have been taking place since the dawn of storytelling all around the world. If you want to write a love story, you can set it at any time and place with any characters. You are not bound by Nicholas Sparks' version of what is universal, white and straight. Be free. Number 5, what is erotica and erotic romance? In erotica, the plot is driven by sexual encounters, and if you remove the sex, there is not going to be much left of the story. Erotic romance develops the relationship through sex. Both are going to be sexually explicit, but their goals are going to be different. You don't need to have romance present in erotica because the goal is sexual gratification, and you don't necessarily have to be romantically involved for that to happen. Whereas with erotic romance, the goal is to prompt character development and drive the plot forward with sex. Erotica is also not bound by the HEA of romance. Erotica is more likely to focus on kink, BDSM, multiple partners, etc. But those can still be present in romance as well, they're just going to be a little less common. Modern erotica may also contain things like infidelity, dubious consent, etc. that don't work well within the framework of the happily ever after. Number 6, what is romantic literature? This is where terminology can get confusing as fuck because there is the historical era of romanticism that has very little to do with the modern romance novel. Romanticism was a movement of art, literature, music, and intellect in 18th century Europe. It was a reaction to the Industrial Revolution and the modernization of the world. It tended to romanticize the past and put an emphasis on individualism. Examples of romantic writers would be William Wordsworth, William Blake, Edgar Allan Poe, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Mary Shelley, Lord Byron. They have romantic elements, but you would not be calling them romance in the modern sense. Please let me know if you have any other questions about romance in general. What confuses you? What are you curious to learn more about? Leave a comment below and I might answer you in a future video. Also, if you are interested in joining the street team for my upcoming contemporary romance novel, Heart and Soul, I will put all the information in the description below so you can check it out there. I will be recruiting until the end of September, so get on that. Also, next week is not going to be a regular video. I'm going to be doing a collaborative live stream with the amazing Jenna Moresi to celebrate my arrival at 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So be sure to pop by and check us out. So that is all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to be notified as soon as I upload, then ring that bell. All my social media links will be in the description below. Both of my books, Olympian Confessions, Hades and Persephone, and Olympian Confessions, Hera, are available now in ebook and paperback. If you would like your manuscript critiqued by me, you can check out my critique service on my website. And if you enjoyed my content, consider being part of my Patreon family. And I will see you all next week with another video. Bye!